Good evening, sports fans, and welcome into the Fink's Friday Night Blitz with thanks to Fink's Used Cars and Fink's Harley Davidson. He's Kevon Belcher. I'm Dylan Kearns. Kevon, at this point of the season, we really get a feel for who each team is at this point in the year.
Definitely. We're getting closer and closer to the playoffs, and we get to see everybody making that last momentum push as they get ready for the playoffs and getting ready to see those big teams.
They're coming, and let's get to those highlights for tonight. John Glenn Muskies hosting Meadowbrook on homecoming. First possession for John Glenn. Good field position inside the 15. Noah Winland goes quarterback power. Watch this run blocking by the Muskies offensive line. Winland in for the rushing touchdown. John Glenn leads 7-0. Meadowbrook punted on their next possession, putting Winland and the Muskies attack back on offense. A great throw and catch to Jake Johnson sets up the Muskies. Now on 4th and 1, Winland again calls his own number right up the middle. John Glenn leads 14-0. They were on the attack from the start of this game. Now Meadowbrook with the ball. They have it around midfield. Justice Huey throws towards his receiver, and it's "Don't call me Nick Miller." Jake Johnson taking it all the way to the house. He makes the great reception on the previous drive. Now a long pick six. Muskies go on to roll 45-6. John Glenn now 5-1.
Now we head out to New Lexington where the Redskins were in town first quarter. Colton Conkle running around for his life, Dylan, and he throws a nice pass to Evan Unger for the first down. After a nice gain, they would end up not scoring on that drive. Skip to their next possession. Conkle trying his luck again, and this time it's going the other way, and it's intercepted by Bentley Hansen, and he gets a 23-yard return to swing the momentum back to the Panthers after the turnover. Still a scoreless game, so that means a little trickery, Dylan, and a halfback pass from Carson Kellogg to Jerk Braglin. And he gets a massive gain before going out of bounds at the 27-yard line. To the second quarter we go, second and long, and it's a screen pass to Kellogg, and he brings it all the way up to a third and manageable inside the 10-yard line. Same drive now, 4th and goal. Team is looking for no one is open, and he just throws it out of bounds. Turnover on downs. That's a great stop by the Redskins, but the Panthers would finally break the late no-score tie in the second quarter. First play of the possession, Stevens steps up into the pocket and throws a rope to Hansen, and there's no one that will catch him. He walks into the end zone to put them up 6-0. The Panthers would end up winning the game in a close fashion, 13-7.
Crooksville at Philo, 18-0 second half. Jack Lincecum in at quarterback. He connects in stride to Drew Wright. That set up Philo, but the Electrics move the ball. But now later in the third quarter, Lincecum in again at quarterback. They used two throughout the course of the game. Drops back, throws it in the hands of a Crooksville defender, jumping the route there. Big time pick going down the sideline, and he was eventually pushed down on the other side of the field. However, Crooksville just couldn't get anything going on offense all night. Brayson on the run, throws incomplete, and the Philo defense stood to the test. Now Talon Preston. I mentioned they used two quarterbacks. Preston in at quarterback for the Electrics. He goes with the read option, makes the right call, goes up the middle for the score, putting this game away. Philo takes down Crooksville 32-0.
Now looking at one of the last NVL scores. First, let me correct the score that I mispronounced. New Lexington won 19-7, and then we also have Sheridan beating Riverview 62-0 in shutout fashion as Sheridan stays undefeated on the season.
Yvonne, both the Morgan Raiders and Tri-Valley Scotties came into tonight 3-2 on the year. Something had to give when these two met, and with that, we say hello to Ty Belcher to tell you more.
Thanks, guys. The fireworks were at a premium in tonight's matchup between two teams looking to extend their win streak. Heading now to Morgan, where the Raiders host the Scotties of Tri-Valley. Both teams will enter tonight's matchup with 3-2 records, but only one could leave with win number 4 in the season. We jumped to halfway through the first quarter with Tri-Valley up 7-6. On first down, Jalen Watts will get the handoff, plant his foot, and only view he have is the 6. 60 yards all the way to the end zone, and guys, the kid ran so fast, he had to wait for his teammates to celebrate. Tri-Valley would extend their lead to 8 points. Tri-Valley noticed that Jaden couldn't be stopped, and nothing was the same, as he would break another 40-yard run. The Scotties would go on to score a few plays later to make the score 21-6. But the Raiders wouldn't roll over as they leaned on old-school power football to get them into the end zone and back into this game with a 10-yard rushing touchdown by Logan Nyswanger. The following drive, the Skies will get redemption as Tanner Newton would take the direct snap and Wildcat and punch it in for 6 to extend the lead back to 14. And looking to keep the game in reach, Logan Nyswanger with freestyle in the backfield, evading 2 sacks on the same play, and then delivering an absolute dart on the side of the senior Cole Searle to move the chain. And a couple plays later, Nyswanger and Searle would connect again, but this time in the end zone to bring the game within 9 points before halftime. But late in the half, Tri-Valley would strike again as they would look to the pass game in a 2-minute drill, ultimately ending up with Max Lyle getting it to Cade Hindle for the pitching catch to go into half up 35-20. The Scotties would end up running away with the game, winning 56-28 to improve to 4-2 on the season as Morgan drops to 3-3.
In the third quarter, Tornadoes up big. Rashid Cisse in the Wildcat, and he finds a crease up the right side and shows off the power running behind his pads and adds a little extra at the end with a nice run of the 20-yard gain and moves them into 1st and goal. A couple plays later, is Cisse finishing off what he started. He just outraces everyone to the end zone for his 5th touchdown of the day. Next possession, Matthew Harper rolling out to his right and tosses the short pass to Kason Hurdle, and he goes up the sideline for a big game before getting knocked out around the 40-yard line. Skip to the 4th quarter, Braxton Brownrigg at quarterback, and he keeps it and makes a nice cut and picks up enough to move the chains for the Tornadoes. Now Maysville with it, and nice run here by Landon Iden, and that's not enough for the Tornadoes as they went on to cruise over and get the big win. A shutout fashion, 42-0, Dylan. This kid, Cisse, is just on a different level as he ties the school record with 5 touchdowns again this season, also putting up a well over 100 yards total in this game. His quarterback wasn't too shabby himself. He threw over 2 touchdowns of 60 yards or more and grabbing an interception on defense as they moved to 5-1 on the season.
Yeah, that quarterback, Jake Anson, threw the long one to him earlier in the game as well. Looking at the non-MVL scores from the night, Zanesville shut out 42-0. Shenandoah beat Buckeye Local 44-33. Heath beat Lakewood 48-7. Athens got the best of Logan, a 9-point win, 30 over 21. Utica beat Newark Catholic 14-7. Grove City Christian over Miller 37-27. East Liverpool over Cambridge 62-54. Hope you like offense in that one.
Yeah.
That's nearly almost over.
Gotta pick the over. Gotta pick the over.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the games tonight, we brought up Cisse last week. We're not going to keep going talking about it, but I mean, the guy's up to 20 touchdowns total on the year.
All-State is in his future, man. All-State is in his future.
All-State could definitely be in his future, and we're not talking about the insurance.
Right.
But looking at the rest of the teams tonight, I thought Morgan put up. They were in that one 35-28 at some point in that game.
Big battle.
Tri-Valley, a big school. They have the ground attack of Jaden Wallace. They have sense of ball on the outside. Lyle leading the quarterback. Morgan came out there and fought. They had a 1-point win over Coshocton last week, and they came out there and played the Tri-Valley Scotties pretty hard at home tonight.